stories to report, and if you tune in from channel to channel, it is two different narratives
Well,
about
just
what's
like the
going on
news
in
leader
America.
picks what stories they want to report. I mean, media does that. That's the part of media. We make choices. We can't print every piece of news that happens in the newspaper. This can't do that. You have to, that's what the editorial department is, to pick and choose which stories we think are going to impact readers the most.
Another question. In the back. Your name.
Mike.
Join the conversation.
Hi, Mike. 63% got their news on social media.
Yeah.
Do you think the role of the government in keeping foreign governments from supplying anonymous sources to social media and news, do you think that's a proper role for government, or should Iran, North Korea, China, Russia, should they be able to use our social media to press their points of view anonymously?
Okay, first, before we go further, you guys are killing it with the questions. That's
I
outstanding.
like that. That may be the
Go ahead.
biggest issue of the day. I just think there's got to be some kind of identifier. I agree. I don't have a problem with Americans giving information to other Americans, but when countries are trying to influence American elections and all they want is a certain outcome so it will benefit them, I don't think that's a problem.
But he's talking about speech. That's what he's talking about. He's just talking about foreign countries.
Iran does not have a First Amendment.
When they're in America, they do. They can
But
say
they're not
here.
But,
But they're using an outlet that is.
okay, they're using an outlet that is, but theoretically, we could find a way, I mean.
Google is not American.
Right, I mean, we could find a way to, I hate to say this, wall that off, in certain respects. Well, I think about it from healthcare. I mean, you gotta remember, I worked in healthcare IT for years, so my thing was, I gotta, it's like, we had to stop any traffic that was coming into our network from certain countries.
Yeah.
I mean.
Sounds like that's what kind of John's.
And that's the
gig
thing.
is.
And I hate this, the wall, but we could theoretically, there would be technological ways, yes, and it would become a race to figure out ways around it, but we could theoretically stop other country actors from, when they're outside of the country, from having as much fun as they do with our social media networks.
Rose, obviously, Mike's speaking my language. I'm all about social media, reining it in with regulations. How do you feel about his idea?
Well, I think again, in a free society, the part of that's going to come back. Do you detect a theme here? The people. I mean,
The lines are drawn clearly.
If you want that, then you speak to your representatives and say, this is what we want our government to do in terms of more regulation, different regulations, all of that. But given that, it is a little bit of a race, We can think we've locked down, built a wall, closed off an avenue, and they're just going to, whoever the theys are with bad intentions, come up with another way in. And so you can accomplish a lot with regulations, and especially if they are owned by the people and they're viewed as authentic and legitimate. But again, at the end of the day, as a consumer of the news, I've got to ask myself, who said this? Why did they say it? Who reported it, and why did they report it? I mean, we'll never have a full, safe system that will guarantee for us that there isn't some nefarious source that's snuck in on the back door. People are people, and we'll never have that.
Questions? Let's go to Hunter.
My name is Hunter Klaus. With news outlets that might not report all of the facts, would that be considered fake news?
Well, this is something you talked about. It's impossible to report, quote unquote, all the facts. Every outlet has to pick and choose what they report.
Well, but within that story, you should be as complete as possible in using all the pertinent facts you need. Not every fact is going to get in there because some are just not that primary to the story. I mean, what a person was wearing, what kind of car they were driving, those kind of facts you don't need to put in the story, but the motive, the primary facts of the story need to be included in that story. There are times we don't use, I mean, we take pages and pages and pages of notes, but we only may use 150 words or 250 words or 350 words on that, and you leave a lot on your tape recorder or on your notebook.
Another question. Let's go, sir, the Mizzou hat, the Missouri State hat.
Hi.
Your name?
Zach.
Zach.
Yeah. Hi. So, in the election, I guess I would consider myself conservative. I didn't end up voting for either Hillary or Trump. But I will say, coming from a more conservative point of view, by a lot of the mainstream media outlets, such as CNN, NBC, some of those bigger ones, I felt generally alienated by my opinion and how it was perceived by a lot of those outlets. I felt like they took what maybe some of the people on the conservative side thought as sort of, I guess, they sort of misinterpreted what we thought, or what I thought at least. How can we do a better job in major mainstream outlets by changing the way that we interpret and portray different sides? For example, CNN throughout the election only had pretty much one girl who was portraying the Trump supporting view. She did a terrible job, and I thought that that seemed almost deliberate. So how can we do a better job of interpreting different sides of issues rather than just using analysts who have a clear opinion for different issues?
Alissa, can you address this to the best of your ability?
Yeah, I think maybe a lot of the alienation you felt from those big news outlets is maybe the fact that they're all headquartered in major cities on the coast. I think representation is really important in terms of, you know, race, gender, but also maybe geographic location and political views. You know, I think news organizations should do a better job of hiring reporters who represent like what all of America looks like, not just people who happen to live in, you know, LA or New York.
Nathan, did you have a thought, or Dan?
Yeah, I think, you know, in terms of looking at a political topic and like, you know, whatever the political topics are today, like tariffs, Facebook hacking, if you go to a source that is on the right and read through it, and it's about tariffs, what do you see in terms of the language that they are using in terms of this is good, we're for this, or we like this, and what was left out? And then you take the same topic like tariffs or Facebook hacking, and you go to a source that's on the other side of the scale, that's left-leaning, and get the different, or the other side of the coin. So I think a lot of it for me is going back to your due diligence. I would agree with hiring reporters that represent more of all of America, not just a certain specific region. That way we don't feel so in the middle of America isolated. But if you really want to do your due diligence, go to, you know, something that's on the right and read it and see how they cover it. Go to something that's on the left, take the same topic and see how they cover it. And that's one of the things that we do in my intro to mass media class. We take a topic and we look at it from a right-leaning news source, and then we look at it from a left-leaning news source. We look at it, you know, in the middle, and we see what was omitted, what was in it. And as a, you know, a free society, the free press, that's a responsibility of a media literate person in large part.
Guys, do you want a piece of real news? Here's a piece of real news. A week from tomorrow, we have a national midterm election. It determines control of the House, it determines 1/3 of the Senate. It also determines countless local and state races. You can make your voice heard, whether it's through the media or through the ballot box. But one way or another, if you're not getting your rear end to a polling place on Tuesday, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, you're letting the people who are not you, including the people who are showering you with not true information through social media and all other outlets, do the talking for you. Don't allow that. Round of applause for everybody who
Okay, just one.
Oh, sorry.
One thing. That's all right. That's okay. A couple things, if you've noticed on the board, we have 2 classes next semester. Intro to Journalism. It's taught by Steve Koehler. It's online, so if you need elective credit, sign up. Intro to Mass Communication. It's a face-to-face course on Tuesday, Thursday, 8:30 to 9:45 on the Springfield campus, Nathan Cassidy. If you're wanting to find out about news outlets, what's left, what's right, what's middle, the handouts are right there that'll tell you about different news sources. Pick one up and take a look at it. Thanks for coming. If you didn't get verification for